Hey guys, guess who? You might think I'm doing Vlogmas, although I'm not. But I'm making a lot of videos. I had to drive to LA again today. So I thought, you know what? I was thinking about something. I thought I'd make a video. Yay! So, really just today, I happened to see some videos that were from some people who were, sorry, I got my hair cut and I'm still playing around with deciding. I mean, I like it, but I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, anyway, watch some videos of people who are pre-surgery doing those videos of the 10 things that I won't miss about being fat. And that has been very good for me to watch. It's always a good idea, I think, for those of us who are further out to stay in touch with the reasons that we did this to begin with, because it's kind of easy. I mean, I think several years out to start to forget how hard your life was. So I watched those videos today and it was a good, sorry, there's a weird glare. It was a good reminder to me to shut the fuck up and stop whining. That my life is pretty damn good. And I never did one of those videos, and I thought I would do one, and I haven't thought about it ahead of time, so I'm sure I can come up with 10, because really, actually this might be a better video series. What do you miss about being fat? I can't think of anything that I miss about being fat, personally, but that's just me. 10 things I don't miss about being fat. Well, tonight I'm on my way to our annual holiday fundraiser for the Gina Davis Institute. This is an event we do every year right around the same time. So I have this memory. So this is my third year that I've gone since I had weight loss surgery. And then there was at least one and maybe 2 years before that. I can't quite remember. But what I do remember of those 2 years pre-weight loss surgery was that on maybe the first occasion, I was a total basket case the day of, trying to find something to wear. I went to the Avenue. There was nothing good. I got something that I hated. And I think that happened the second year. Oh yeah, I remember what I wore the second year. So, but second year, I had a top from like IGG or something that I actually liked. But both years, I tried on different shoes, but I ended up wearing gold flip-flops because my feet were very swollen and I couldn't have done it. Couldn't have been on my feet that night. And both of those 2 years, I was literally incapacitatingly sore for probably a day or two afterwards. Waiting to, a day or two afterwards from being on my feet for like 3 or 4 hours. So one thing I do not miss is that going to events is now, you know, more fun and easy. And do you know that I did not even decide what I was going to wear until like 20 minutes before I left, because I have so many flipping options of things to wear to a nice event. So that's awesome. That's number one. Number two, stairs. So the condo that I moved to is upstairs, and they're fairly steep stairs, and really honestly, pretty much, I would say 75% of the people who have come to visit me there have commented on the stairs, and these are all relatively, I mean, typically sized people have commented on the stairs. I don't think twice about those stairs. I run up and down them, and the ones down to the parking lot multiple times a day, and I'm never out of breath. It doesn't faze me. There is no way I could have lived there at 400 pounds. What else do I not miss about being fat? I don't miss carrying around all that extra weight. I cleaned out my storage unit, just physically, the feeling of that on my body. I was cleaning out my storage unit, and my son had an amp that was his dad's that we bought like 25 years ago, and it's heavier than shit. I carried the amp up the 2 flights of stairs, and I put it on the scale to see how much it weighed. It weighed 100 pounds. I mean, it was so hard to carry that up the stairs. However, I don't think I was out of breath when I got up to the top still, even carrying the 100 pounds. But to think that I carried 2 of those, so like 1 in each hand around on my body every day, no wonder I was tired. I don't miss the classic not being able to fit into booths or worrying about where I'm going to meet people to go eat because I don't know if I'm going to fit. I was on a panel at an event at Google yesterday, and the thing about a lot of these panels, having been on several and put on several, is that they usually use those high director's chair for you to sit in, which I never could have done before. And I have actually at other events had someone come up to me and who was on the panel where I was producing it and asked if we could trade out the chairs. And there's no way I could have done that at 400 pounds. So I sat on this high director's chair and I crossed my legs and I had on my sexy boots. So that's another thing. What don't I miss about being fat? I don't miss wearing flip-flops all the time. That is all I ever wore because my feet were so incredibly swollen. And now I wear high heels as often as I can because I really like them. And what's so funny is, y'all know the Avenue, right? So I don't shop at the Avenue anymore except for once a year. Boot time. Because my calves are still pretty wide and I can go into the Avenue and know that I'm going to find a pair of boots that fit me and they're not going to be too expensive. Well, here's what happened this time. I went into the Avenue, I was looking at boots, and there's something that feels good walking in there knowing that probably they're thinking, who's she buying a present for because she doesn't belong here. But I was looking at the boots and they were all just not high-heeled enough for me. And then I found this one pair of boots and they were $30 and they have a huge heel. They're the black ones that I got, that I think I've posted pictures of. And because I wear them like all the time. I'm wearing them today. You'll probably see a picture of me and Gina in them later. Not me and Gina in the boots, but of me with Gina wearing the boots. Me wearing the boots. Anyway, but what I realized was some buyer at Avenue made a big mistake, and that's why these boots were $30 when all the rest were $70, was because you can't wear this heel when you're 300 or 400 pounds. So shoes, I don't know how many that is. I'm just gonna keep going for a few more. I don't miss looking like a frumpy frump all the time. And I could have not looked like a frumpy frump, but I was so tired, I was so exhausted, I was so isolated that if I went somewhere I put on makeup, but it's like now I feel good pretty much for the most part, whenever I go out. Not this morning when I went out to get a donut. When I was stressed out and I watched Aubrey's video and she talked about having a donut, and I actually left my house and got a donut, which is not a good weight loss surgery thing to do, but I own it. I did it. It is what it is. And now I'm drinking Starbucks. But I had green beans for lunch. So that's something, right? I don't miss that horrible stuffed feeling of eating so much food that you basically can't move and you go into a food coma. Did anybody else ever have that? I mean, I just like that donut today. I ate one bite too much of the donut and I was like, oh my God, I hate this feeling. And it passes pretty quickly, but it's like, but I used to live in that state. That was the state that I sort of went to. Because whatever, it drowned out all the thoughts in my head or something. I don't know. What else don't I miss about being fat? I don't miss not really having friends or a social life. I don't miss anything about being fat. What I want is you make me a video if there is something you miss about being fat. And I'll think about it. Maybe there's something, but right now I can't think of anything. All right, guys, I'm going to my party. I'm driving on the freeway, and I will talk to you later. Bye.